Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to Dylan the Truth Podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to it and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciate it. Now, obviously, a couple of days ago, Monday night, um, you know, Aaron Rodgers made his debut as a New York Jet, and they were going up against the New York Buffalo Bills. Um, just a few plays in, literally 4 plays in, he gets hurt. Um, at first, a lot of people didn't understand what happened. They just saw him sitting on the field. He sat on the field, and you could see he was holding his right leg, but it wasn't too short. They thought it was an ankle injury. Obviously, it's confirmed that he tore his right Achilles, and that means his season's over. That's the most devastating injury for an athlete, um, to rupture your Achilles. It's a very it's one of those injuries where you don't know how it happens. It just comes out of nowhere. Sometimes, like, I've never experienced that, but based on what I've heard, it feels like somebody just kicked you in the back of the your foot, and you feel like, yeah, somebody did kick me, but really and truly you just tore it. Now, with that, it usually takes like a year to really get back into things, but you'll never be the same. If you look at the past athlete or the athletes that played in the past, Kobe Bryant, he ruptured his Achilles, never the same. DeMarcus Cousins ruptured his Achilles, never the same. Dominique Wilkins ruptured his Achilles, never the same. Rudy Gay, even though he was a bit productive, still wasn't the same. Those are just to name the few. Richard Sherman, he ruptured his Achilles, was never the same. It's such a devastating injury. I felt bad for Aaron Rodgers because he looked like he was pretty fresh. He looked really healthy. Like, he looked like he was in shape. He was ready to go. There was so much buzz about, the New York Jets, obviously, because Aaron Rodgers joined that team. He's a future Hall of Fame, no question. Hall of Famer, no question. I could go through his accolades just quickly. He was drafted in '05, first round, 24th pick. Clearly, a lot of teams, they must have been drunk on something, because I don't know how you pass up on a talent like that. He played for Green Bay from '05 to 2022. Now he's with the Jets presently, but his debut obviously didn't go as planned. He's a Super Bowl champion. He was an MVP in the 2011 Super Bowl. He's a four-time most valuable player in 2011, 2014, 2020, 2021. Then he was a four-time first-team All-Pro, 2011, 2014, 2020, and 2021. 10-time Pro Bowler. You know, I don't have to go through the years, but 10 times, 4-time NFL passer rating leader. Basically in 11, 12, 2020, and 2021. He's a 2-time passing touchdown leader in 2016 and 2020. He made the NFL 2010s All-Decade Team, which is huge. He's a future Hall of Famer. Obviously, he's one of those athletes that's a polarizing athlete. Obviously, he does get like flack for basically complaining, blaming his teammates. Not holding himself accountable for certain mistakes, stuff like that. He has a reputation for that. Obviously, there's other issues outside of the football world, but I'm not gonna get into that. But I mean, there's no doubt that, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback ever. No question. Yes, they're gonna say Tom Brady is the GOAT. I would say Tom Brady is more accomplished than Aaron Rodgers, but as far as talent, I gotta go with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers in his heyday, like, was the greatest, one of the greatest quarterbacks you ever see. Like, he just does things like you just have to scratch your head and you're like, yo, how did he pull this off? Now, not too long ago, I think it might have been a couple days ago that he went on his Instagram and he had a quote and he said, "The night is darkest before the dawn, and I shall rise yet again." So he believes that he will come back, you know, basically like himself. I'll be honest, you know, he can come back, but he will not be that same Aaron Rodgers that we come to love. You know, with our Achilles injury, like I said, these players are never the same. And you have to factor in that he's 39 years old. So it doesn't work in his favor. Even if you're like in your 20s and you get a ruptured Achilles, it's still devastating. But at least you would have a little bit more time to get into it. But Aaron Rodgers is like damn near 40. So this Achilles injury is really devastating. And there's a legitimate question that could this be it for him? This could be his career. Now, if he was to decide that he's going to retire based on this injury, I can't even fault him for that. I don't think anybody should because, you know, he gave his all on the field. Like I said, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks that we ever seen. Definitely, I've ever seen in my generation. Definitely Aaron Rodgers. He's definitely one of my favorite players because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. It was kind of weird to see him in a New York Jets jersey. It was a little funny for me. Like I wasn't used to it. I was like, man, Aaron Rodgers, a New York Jet. But you know, he did what was best for him and his family, so you gotta salute him. He did a lot for Green Bay. Green Bay shouldn't, you know, get on him. I mean, what really hinder him from getting more Super Bowls, which I believe he should have at least won at least 3 Super Bowls, was always the defensive line. For whatever reason, they always let him down. He will do his part to get them to score, get guys in the right spots and everything, but it's the defensive line that always lets them down. And it's just unfortunate. This guy could have been a 3-time Super Bowl champion, no question about it. But, you know, it is what it is. You can't go back in time and change things. This is what it is. But hopefully, you know, he comes back. I would love for him to come back and, you know, play, like, maybe even one more season. I don't want him to go out like this. Like, this is not the way he would want to go out. I want him to go out on his own terms. You know, when, you know, whether it could be next season if he is able to come back for next season. Hopefully he could just, you know, say, okay, you know what, I did what I could, and, you know, I'm just gonna call it a career, and I won't even be mad. But yeah, I would just have to leave it there. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in to this video. Until next time, peace.